What's good, YouTube, and welcome to the house. Anytime in a market watch where I leave out what I would feel is critical information when talking about a card, I heavily should go back and talk about it, and Sage with Eyes of Blue is one of those cards. I did not mention the upcoming Kaiba Legendary Collection Kaiba World and my thoughts on why this is still a okay pickup, but there's a lot more risk to it than I was leading on to, because let's face it, they've done same rarity reprints before, but Kaiba's World only offers Ultra and Secret Rare, and with these two rarities already being released, it's up to you guys to decide. Will they put that in Kaiba's World? I personally still think it's a great pickup now. It won't go down too much in price should it be released in Kaiba's World, in my opinion, if you have the rarity they don't reprint. I think Secret looks the best. Personally, I would go for the Secret over the original, thinking through that. But I did not mention in the previous Market Watch about Kaiba's World because I've been staring at it like it's Hand Trap City and not thinking with my head, oh yeah, Blue Eyes cards are going to be in there too. It's Kaiba's World. So I have to apologize for leaving out Kaiba's World from the discussion with Sage of Eyes of Blue in a previous Market Watch, and I want to thank my comment section for bringing that up. Now let's get into today's Market Watch. Moulinglacia, the Elemental Lord, is getting a pretty big buyout, and this isn't some Mermail hype I've seen in forums and Zodiac people discussing, and some people thought maybe it's crap Mermail hype. No, this is the Elemental Lord archetype coming out in the OCG. A lot of people are very, very hyped on this deck. I don't think it's going to perform as well as people think, but I think it's going to find a way to certainly be abused, and Moulinglacia is probably the most used Elemental Lord in history. Grand Soil's gonna get its an errata, and I don't think that necessarily means people are gonna want to get the Secret Rare and play the Secret Rare, but Moulinglacia, by far, I would think is one of the best, if not the best, Elemental Lord, period. Its price point will go down, I promise. Yesterday there was one listed at 50 though, so I feel like that person either took their listing off or it actually sold, which would be insane. But people trying to hold the line at TCG player near 100 for this card, that's not gonna hold. As you see, it was below $20 at 16. Over here on eBay though, I don't know why you guys do this. If you realistically just wanted to try to sell your card, you would come in at like 50, like the guy on TCG player last night, and hope to get away with some of the hype. This is insanity to me, and this might not be, if you plan on playing the deck, the Elemental Lord playmat actually would not be the worst pickup ever. So you might want to go ahead and consider getting that if you're really gung-ho about the archetype, but they might get new playmats with their new characters coming forward. So up to you on that. Just wait for this price to go down. It's not going to go up from here, I promise. Like, unless these listers push it up until somebody sane starts listing them. It's really up to you on how you think the archetype's going to perform. I personally don't see it coming in and slamming the meta, but I could see it peeking into some top cuts. Masked Hero Acid, this is one of the more odd buyouts on TCG Player. 4 prices, $14. It's one of those half-assed buyouts where they're still in listings on eBay for cheaper, where the person who bought it out here hopes that people on eBay kind of follow. They bought out to a certain price point on eBay and left the rest. So up to you guys on how you feel about this card. Masked Heroes are very, very always an anti-meta choice that's there. And they're getting future Link support in terms of heroes having a Link monster. I don't think it merits a buyout, but Masked Hero Acid is a hard-to-get card with 1 printing. I can see why you would target it for a buyout. I just don't half-ass your buyouts. Don't leave the rest of your buyout to other people. If you're gonna do it right. Even if you second-guess yourself on the choice. I guess you didn't have the pockets or group to do that, but buyout culture, that's pretty much the decisions it comes down to. Oh, this has 1 printing. Oh, this might get used. Oh, I might make some money on it. That's kind of where this went, and we'll see where it fills in over the next few weeks. I expect it to be listed for $8 on TCG Player very shortly if the rest on eBay don't get bought out. So don't go running for the hills on this card. you know, most hero players who stuck with heroes already have their copy, and that's why it's so hard to actually get sales on cards like these. I've had my hero deck since 2009 or something like that. Like, you know, they've had it forever, and they don't necessarily need to get the cards. People who jump back in, oh, I remember GX. Do you remember GX? They'll jump for it. Somebody had told me Solemn Strike got bought out. I'm guessing they just had the wrong settings, but I did actually want to cover, you know, that kind of price gap that you really want to pay attention to. $6 for a super, $7.68 for the Mega Pack Secret. You're telling me less than $2 to upgrade your promo super to a secret rare, and you're not spending that kind of money? Get yourself the secret rares if you're going to get the super for now. It's the same thing as Cosmic Cyclone. In a competitive season where these end up seeing play, this will go up to like 12, 15, and this will sit around its price that it's currently at, maybe bump to 8. Like, get yourself the secret rares now rather than later. The ulti keeps actually just dipping and dipping though. But also $8 sitting here for the Mega Pack. What's the code for the super? It is going to be Code of the Duelist. Let's go ahead and look up the Code of the Duelist Solemn Strike. 518, 550, so even cheaper on eBay for the super. This one's from Canada though. It might take a little longer to get, but they've sold plenty. Probably a reputable seller. Go ahead and just spend $2 to $3 extra. Get yourself the secret rares. Anytime there's a secret upgrade for just $2, it's definitely worth it in terms of your card keeping value long term, in my opinion. Cosmic Cyclone, I've been shouting from the rooftops. I don't want to drill it into your heads, but the secrets at 5, the commons at 3. Just think of the competitive and national seasons and all the players who want to hollow out their decks. Do some quick maths, and you'll figure that one out too. So I don't want to just continue to throw this at you, but it's a real good deal, and it's all the way down to $4.70 on eBay for first ed near mint. Red Eyes Baby Dragon. This one was interesting to me because I just want to give you that kind of point moving forward. We are going to get that next character duelist pack. I think Joey cards really have more of a significance than Weevil or you know, any of the others like Bandit Keith, but Pegasus is kind of up there. So if this is any kind of example, the Pegasus cards are likely to be the chase cards, because I thought out the gate that Baby Tiger would have been it, and it slowly crept back up over time, but this just was opened so little. And on eBay, this is actually 20, so maybe you want to list on eBay instead of TCG Player if you're trying to sell Red Eyes Baby Dragon. But there's just so little of this product open that it's pretty insane to see its prices just continue to creep up on TCG. Like, this has 10, it's at 11 here. This is at 9, it's at 10 here. But if you go to eBay, a little bit cheaper, but not by much on these cards. We got 2 sellers here that are selling for less, although this is German, so also to note that this listing is pretty much the only low one with 1 left. Borolo Dragons creeping up on TCG Player. Don't freak out about it too much. It's and it's still around 28, 29 on eBay. You're playing the same firewall game as Racing the Clock on when this is getting a reprint. We've seen now the alter art announced for the OCG. Just really decide when you need it, and you know, I would get rid of it after I play in each event and bother to pick it back up. I think overall, if you decide to put it in your trade binder after an event that you've played in for your invite or something, that you'll be saving yourself a couple of dollars, if not a lot of dollars, when the reprint rolls around. You're just playing that game of chicken, same as Firewall Dragon. And the final card I wanted to note here, yes, Caspar still at 20. Snow, $16, $16.35 here on TCG, just moving and inching back up. It's kind of this always check both mentality, because Snow over here is on eBay at $12.45, almost a $4 gap. That's pretty big of a gap, you know, almost 25-ish%. It is what it is. Just, this is your friendly, everyday John Moore Market Watch reminder of always check eBay, always check TCG Player. It's kind of that way for Borolo too by 10%. But, you know, TCG Player does have its W's too, like the Red Eyes card today. It's really weird how both just shift with its independent sellers and how much that's supported between the platforms to kind of have those different prices. So thanks for watching today's Market Watch. Give it a thumbs up if you watched all the way through here, and tell me what you thought of the cards mentioned. I think I should be doing this more when I have a vital piece of information like that I forgot to mention, that I definitely need to include it in a future Market Watch. But the really weird buyouts of the day, well, not that weird for Moulinglacia, but the buyouts of the day, Mass Hero Acid and Moulinglacia, half-assed. Come on, man. Do your buyouts right. But I guess other people would say, hey, at least I still have a chance to get this cheaper if I missed out. But like I said, Heroes are one of those decks. You just always, you know, had that deck if you were already playing it, guys.